We start this hour in the Middle East, and Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has approved a military plan to conquer Gaza City and authorised the call-up of 60,000 reservists, as confirmed by his ministry. The announcement comes as international ceasefire mediators, including Qatar and Egypt, await Israel's response to the latest truce proposal. Hamas has already accepted the deal, which includes a 60-day pause, staggered hostage releases, prisoner exchanges and increased humanitarian aid. Mediators say the framework is nearly identical to one Israel previously agreed to, but Israeli officials now insist all hostages must be freed before any agreement is reached. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has not directly responded, but last week said Israel would only accept a deal on its own terms. The war, now in its second year, has killed more than 62,000 Palestinians, according to local officials. That alongside over 1,200 Israelis in the October 7th attacks of 2023. Well, joining us to discuss these updates is Ali Mohammed Abushbak, an independent Palestinian researcher who joins us live from Cairo in Egypt. Ali, as always, a pleasure to be speaking with you. Could you tell us what the opinions are on the ground in Gaza after this announcement that there will indeed be a plan to expand military operations into Gaza City, now approved, with 60,000 reservists set to be called up by Israel?
Thank you, Thomas, for having me. The situation on the ground is extremely disappointing. The day before yesterday and until yesterday, the Palestinian was so optimistic about the accepting from Hamas side for the proposal that's submitted by the Egypt and Qatar. But unfortunately today, IDF announced that they are going through the plan to occupy Gaza and relocated the civilians from Gaza City to north to south part of Gaza. So that's disappointed the Palestinian in Gaza, and as well as there is a several of protests in Israel itself that demanding Benjamin Netanyahu to accept this proposal and going through a ceasefire and ultimately to hold process for the peace between Palestinian and Israel. But today it was like a backstabbing by Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israelis IDF. So that's regret. I mean, that's make the Palestinian more disappointed, as well as during the regional that despite Israel up to now they didn't reply about the mediator proposal that for 60 days ceasefire and release for more than 10 Israeli captive and around 18 Israelis remain body from the Palestinian side. So that's, I mean, that's make the situation more terrible, and that's complicated the situation between Palestinian and Israel. Meanwhile, Thomas, there is still the Palestinian in Gaza. They are still suffering from the storage, from the food and the supplies and the essential material for food. Unfortunately, up to now, we are waiting for the response of which no one optimistic about the response after the recalling for the reservists from the Israeli soldiers. I guess also there is still some disagree in the Israeli community with regard to 60,000 of Israeli reservist soldiers that the Israelis religions Haredim they didn't accept the reservists from the and also to be with the Israelis army in this phase of the conflict. On the ground, it's really complicated and make the situation more terrible and terrible. Thomas.
Yes, Ali, absolutely. Of course, apologies for any network issues there. Ali, I do want to look at the situation that is at play. Israel say that Hamas need to release all the hostages. We know that Benjamin Netanyahu has been calling for the disarmament and disbandment of Hamas as well. What is stopping Hamas giving back all of these hostages and making commitments to disband in the face of a potential further humanitarian crisis that could be at play in Gaza City in the coming days and weeks?
Thomas, the thing is the proposal that Hamas recently accepted, it's aligned with the Witkoff proposal that submitted last 2 months. It's completely, there is no change in this proposal. Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to buy the time by denying in response, and Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about the comprehensive change, and Hamas is looking for a guarantee to stop the war with Israel. It's not related to the Israeli captive, and this Israeli's operation in Gaza and reoccupying Gaza. It's very clear for the Israeli community that Benjamin Netanyahu is not caring about the life of the Israeli captive. So this kind of policy that Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to apply, it's clear for everyone. Benjamin Netanyahu has a politician purpose for this operation and reoccupying Gaza. It's not related, and the significant aim for the war, it's releasing the hostage. Is Hamas ready to release the hostage according to the dialogue and talks? So why Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't accept? He's just only thinking about the militant pressure, and it's about putting Hamas in the militant pressure, which if we will look about more than 200 Israeli civilians have been captive in Gaza. So Israel couldn't release one single of them by military pressure. It's all by negotiation and by talk. So, and more than 60 they are releasing for humanitarian purpose from the Palestinian side. So it's very clear there is no way to release the hostage with under the militant pressure. It's only by the talk, and it's by negotiation, and this is very clear for all. Also, international community support the talk, support the negotiation, and it's everyone. It's condemn the militant and the militant pressure. Also on the ground, Israel using the food as a weapon in Gaza. So, which all the international community and the human rights organization deny it, and all the human rights organization, they are condemning using the food as a weapon, Thomas.
Yes, Ali, thank you ever so much for your time and insights. Of course, we expect further reactions and conversations around this planned military offensive and continuing diplomatic efforts. We'll bring all of those to you here on NewsX World. But let's now shift from war in Gaza to war between Ukraine and Russia.